This is the reading for August for our Sagittarius. So thank you, Sagittarius, for your support. There is a shift that's coming on in August for you, and beginnings and endings. I would say that it indicates that there might be some endings of a current situation you've been in, or maybe it's at the end of that situation. It's a transition time. And as the transition time comes up, there's new things that are going to be coming to you. So let's see what's going on, Sagittarius, and what's ahead of you for the month of August. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. All you have to do is go hit the subscriber. It comes, it costs nothing for you to do that. It supports the channel. And if you want to be notified when the videos come out, hit the little bell and you'll be notified for the videos. My name is Porta Samaira. I've been a psychic for over 30 years, and I do the tarot each month for all 12 signs, plus I have other cards sharing that I do, including, for example, the pick a card for if you want to do that. So, good things coming and big changes coming along here, Sagittarius. The overall reading that we have for you is Two of Swords reversed and the Three of Wands. What does the Two of Swords mean? Well, it's reversed, so it means that you've made some decisions. You were undecided. Now you're getting some clarity. You are realizing that you're at a crossroads, and that some decisions are being made by you of the direction for the next chapter. And we also have the Three of Wands. This is you waiting for your ships to come in. They're out in their harbor. They're coming to you. And you're not going to them. You're sort of on a holding pattern, having decided what you're going to do, and just waiting for some changes, following your intuition, knowing the direction that you want to go. We also have, and I would say there's love that is coming for you this month if you want it. There's several different cards that indicate that there is potential for romance and for love for you. Now, if you don't want that, you can spend that time loving yourself, creating that love for yourself. It's free will. So if you want love, it looks like there's potential for love. If not, you have free will. You can spend the time loving yourself or working on a new home, for example. Because we have here also the theme of your cards, in addition to making some decisions, is we have the King of Cups. So that is the potential of a home, change of a home or partner, love coming to you. I think that for those who are in a relationship right now, maybe you have a significant other, it is enhancing that relationship. It is enhancing the foundation that you already have, so that it is increasing that relationship, making it firmer, stronger as you move forward, because we have the Lovers. There's your relationship. If you want it, that can go along with your King of Cups. And you have the Hermit card, which is looking at a situation objectively and looking for the truth of a situation. So for some of you, if you don't currently have a relationship, you're going to take your time. You're going, when you are starting that new relationship, there's all the stages. There's the getting to know that person, but there's also that hopes and the euphoria that comes with it. However, and here's the however, it's also important to get to know that person. And that's why the dating is important, spending time with that person, because you're going to get to know them and see if they resonate. Something just occurred to me, or just was, I had a hit that says, because you have someone interested in you doesn't mean that you have to be interested in them. That if there's someone approaching you, it doesn't mean that you have to accept that, because you have free will, but you also want someone that's going to resonate with you, that has the same non-negotiables, and that you want to look at what characteristics do they have. Can you see them in a relationship? When you're starting out in a brand new relationship, it's all sugar-coated. Everybody's on their best behavior. And then these other things start showing up, which is why it's important to date. Maybe it's that they are not kind and they hit it really well. And then you go out and you see that they are very rude to people around them. Or maybe that you're an animal lover, like I am, and you look around and they're cruel to pets, to animals. Or they are cruel to you, that they say cruel things to you, or they're controlling. Whatever it is, you don't have to sell yourself short. I guess that's what Spirit's trying to say, is that you can be selective. You can decide what you want in your life. You don't have to accept. However, each person that comes into our life is part of our life path, that we've had an agreement, that they're learning something and we're learning something. Every time we have that relationship, we're learning and they're learning. So you thank them for having a role, and then you can move on. Or you look at getting to know this person and thinking, gee, this person has a lot of very good characteristics that I'd like to get to know them more. And then you continue to build on that relationship. The Hermit is looking for the truth. It's looking at something objectively and looking for the truth about a situation. At the base of it, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Four of Cups. So the Hierophant is conventional thinking. It can be a relationship. It can be government. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is 3 spelt, 1 in reserve, which means that, yes, if you've been on this planet for any period of time, you've had relationships that didn't resonate. However, you learned something from it. So there's your 3 of Cups. What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about them? Because then you can move forward and know that your spirit guides are with you during that time. The Hierophant. Behind you is Victory and the Emperor. Now, the 6 of Wands is victory. There's the wreath, just like in the Olympics, and we have, I think, the Olympics coming up this year. So there's the wreath of victory, moving forward. And the Emperor is government, someone making a decision and then moving forward. It can be your dealings with government. It could be dealings with a boss. And it is usually a person of authority, could be a judge. It could have been, that you had a positive outcome, the 6 of Wands. And is related to a decision made by a ruler, by a person of authority. Could be a mediator, it could be a judge, it could be a domestic thing. It could be, in a lot of dealings with government right now, there are adjudicators. There are people who make decisions about whether you're eligible for things. And so it can be that person, but it was found in your favor. It's the 6 of Wands. Okay, Now, also, as what I'm offering on my YouTube channel, totally free, is the pick a card. So I'll be putting down 3 cards hidden, and then you will look at what Spirit tells you which card to pick for guidance, and know it's fluid. So what you pick today could be a card that you pick a different card for tomorrow. It's all listening to your intuition. What's on your mind right now? I think there's still romance, because it's the Queen of Cups and Temperance. Now, sometimes when I'm looking at the cards, something will really flash out at me. And if you look at Temperance here, it's almost like she has the light of the universe around there, the source, the collective. The Temperance card is, take your time, that it's in divine timing. So it could be you want something to happen yesterday, but Temperance is saying be patient. It's not the right time. And it could be related to love. It could be related to a home. It could be, related to increasing the foundation of a relationship. But it says this is on your mind. So it says take your time. It could be that you're in a brand new relationship and you want it to accelerate. Take your time. Maybe, and it's possible that you were too eager and you made an unwise choice because you weren't temperate, and then it doesn't turn out the way you want it to be. So, you really wanted a relationship, and this person looked like they checked all the mark, everything that they were looking for. But then you're really pushing it because you wanted a relationship, and you wanted it before, it's not Valentine's Day, but you wanted it before the holidays coming up, or you wanted a relationship during the summertime when you could do things together. But then you look and you go, gee, that was not what I thought it was going to turn out to be. And there's a card in the Wisdom of the Oracle that I really like, and it's that rejection is God's protection. So if things don't work out, like in a relationship, it's not about a rejection. You're being protected from making an unwise decision. You're being protected about that situation. So that's what's on your mind, is you want that relationship. It could be a house too that you want. For me, it's going to be a house, which I'm going to be working on manifesting. I am manifesting a house for me and for my pups. And so that's what I'm manifesting. That would be my cup. And I need to be patient. The Temperance. What's coming up? We got good things coming up. We have the King of Swords, and we have prosperity, the 10 of Wands, or 10 of Pentacles. You might be getting a promotion. You might be getting a new job. The the King of Swords is a person who is very strong emotionally. What they say is exactly what they mean, and they are very decisive. So, and that can be related to money. So they are making that decision. Remember, you had the Emperor. I think it is, and that's behind you. I think this is aspects of it coming up. And, maybe you're waiting for some sort of decision. And then this decisive person makes that decision, and you know exactly where you stand. Okay, and then this way, I look at, it's almost like a time frame story. Now you have 2 10s, which means it's like the ending of a cycle. You have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords reversed. That's coming up. You have also some other cards that indicate that you have gone through a challenging time, and that you're now ready for smoother water and manifestation. what does that mean? Well, if you're in a situation and you're waiting and waiting, after a while, it's, the power, the information, the swords give you the information so that you can move on. Maybe they're thinking about some major changes of where you work, or giving you a promotion, or, and this is about work. So after you have that information, you can move forward. Okay, so they're going to close the plant in 90 days. I better go out and find a different job. My job's going to go away. Or I'm starting my own gig, and I'm going to have to take some action related to that. Now, I'm going to be working at a bookstore. I will be eventually putting that information there for the link, and I'll be doing readings available by phone. I'll put the links on there. I had to get a license by the city in order to do psychic arts, so I had to wait. That was my dealings with the government as far as prosperity. Because you look here, and this is definitely a job, and you've got the information right here, the Nine of Swords. So things didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Now, yes, it was disappointing. However, it opened up new avenues. So maybe you thought that you were always going to have the same job, or you were always going to be into the same field, and this is related to work. But then the Nine of Swords is there, and it's an adjustment. There's some unfair dealings that are around there, but the thing is, there is also situations that you don't have any control about. That, with the change of the planet, and it isn't just in the country you happen to be living in. This is global. And it's nothing that you can do about it. It can be related to the supply chain. It can be related to supply and demand, in that there is a decrease in demand for your product. I happen to live in Las Vegas, and tourism is going down. What is that about? Well, it's about the tourists being afraid to come because of what's going on globally. Do you think that someone who works in a casino, maybe in customer service, has any part of anything about layoffs? Probably not, but they are affected by it. There's just things that you cannot change at this time, only your reactions. And then think of it as an opportunity, Sagittarius. It's an opportunity to open new doors. Because not only do you have these changes, but you've got more stuff going on. You have the rods, you have the Nine of Rods, you have the Seven of Rods. What is that? Well, the Seven of Rods is then, again, you have information, and through that information you can move forward. The Seven of Rods is it's like the Five of Rods, but you've learned what's going on. And that the deception, the confusion, whatever is going on is behind you. You have the skills to move forward, and the Justice card. So it's also things that could be in the legal system that are going to affect you, and you're moving forward. Or decisions that you're making, that you're moving forward, or decisions that other people are making. But it's moving forward, because then we have a whole lot of responsibilities that you've been carrying along, and the final outcome for you is your wish. And the reverse of the 10. So what did you wish for? Because it's going to come true. New job. Because remember, your reading was all about the Two of Swords, which was decisions that you could make. This is what your reading was about. And the final outcome is the wish and the Ten of Swords reversed. You now know what's going on. You now have the information. So whatever your wish is there. You can manifest now. You know what is ahead. So it's being flexible and knowing what is ahead for you. Opportunities are there for you right now, Sagittarius. Opportunities are there. And as opportunities come and present themselves, you're able to move forward, but you have the information. So you now know what to expect. I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you from Oracle cards to see if the Spirit has any messages. Usually they confirm what has been shown in the spread here. And I heard a card dropping, which I have to get, or my little pup is going to eat the card. And I do not want her eating another deck of cards because she is supporting the printing industry. And that's my little Susie, she must be about 17 months old now. Okay, so let's see what we have coming up. This is the card of the Mystic Manifesting. Okay, so what are you going to manifest now? What is your Two of Swords? What's your Two of Swords right now, Sagittarius? I'm feeling it's very hot in here. Being in Vegas, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. But I like it. I like the heat. I like the dry heat. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is our message that we have for our wonderful Sagittarius? And again, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And hit the little bell if you want to be notified. And your card is Sacred Alchemy. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. I am aligned with spirit. Yeah, I'm aligned with spirit. So where do you want to go? What's your wish? There it is. Because if you listen to your spirit guides, you'll be aligned with them and know the direction. Okay, let's pull another card. This is the one of Ask Your Guides. Right here. Ask your guides. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the message? Okay. And your message is, and see, I'm having a hard time reading because I can't find my glasses. I'll find them today someplace. Okay, it is number 18, which is a 9, which is a completion number again. Creativity. Creativity. Has that called you? Possible. Number 18. Okay. Creativity. Patience, practice, reevaluation, and assessment. There's no way to avoid risk if you wish to live a creative life. Stop worrying about making right or wrong choices and view all choices as creative opportunities. Celebrate the fact that you have the freedom to make choices at all. No matter what you choose, you'll create something. Remember the Two of Swords reversed? A choice. If you don't like the result, then simply go back to the drawing board and choose again. And the message from your guides is go back to the drawing board. And remember, I always talk about the Seven of Cups. You may be new to you, but I talk about the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is your choices, but you don't know what's in the cups. There is no mistakes, because whatever you choose is the card that you're supposed to choose for that lesson. And it's nothing that is in cement that can't change. So if you look at the cards and you're thinking about what direction to go, you can change it and go, well, that was an interesting lesson. It could be, for example, that you, the Seven of Cups represented you moving to a different area or a different vibe. Maybe you've always wanted to have a little mini farm. And so you think, well, I think that under this is a little mini farm, a little rural area, and I'll have I don't know, some chickens and some, whatever your little dream is there. When you try it out and you go, oh, that was a lot of work. I don't think that really resonated with me. I'm more a suburban or urban person, or city, in the middle of the city. So you can change it. You don't have to live with that choice. It's a lesson. And you learn about yourself, and you learn about creativity and being flexible, and that, we are presented those opportunities. There's lots of things in life that we've done, choices we've taken, that didn't turn out the way. I can give you my Portugal story, which people probably are tired of hearing, but everybody wanted to move to Portugal. Because they thought it was the place to go for, all these things that supposedly was there. So I moved to Portugal, and I was there for 3 years. And I'm like, boy, this is not for me. This does not resonate for me at all. I'm going back to being in the city. I changed it. I changed with that, but I learned things about it. I learned about myself. I learned about living in a small village. I learned about a whole lot of things. And it was learning. It was a life lesson. So as you look, the Seven of Cups, there's opportunities. It's all opportunities. And relationships. You can date someone and you go, it's really important for me to have someone who is ambitious, or will contribute financially, or is kind, kind to his parents, or, whatever it is, or athletic, that I want someone that wants to climb up that mountain with me on the weekends. If that's important to you, look for those. Now, let's pull another card. And sometime I can tell you my Portuguese story, that I was there for 3 years. I could go out my front door and I could see the castle to the Knights Templar with the flags. It was all about past lives, and that's why I went, because that was a completion of a life for me. Okay, now, one more little card. And let's see, this is the angel cards. And let's see what I want you to concentrate on and answer a question. Put a question in your mind and have the angel card answer it. Okay. What's the answer for our Sagittarius? Right here. Here we go. Okay. I'll look at this. The answer is abundance. Do you want to manifest? Well, you're going to be manifesting some abundance in your life. And the other part is not for right now. Remember, the rejection is God's protection. Could be a little bit of a delay. You could be delay, the hangman. But you're going to have abundance coming. So be prepared. But remember, it's all in the timing of the universe. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your support, Sagittarius. And from Las Vegas, we're sending you light and love from Bella, Susie, and Nina. Light and love from Las Vegas.